All right. Are we live? I said, are we live? Amen. We are live. Welcome to the Jesus is God Ministries with me, Minister Derrick. I'm hoping to start an online church. I'm hoping this takes off, and I'm hoping that people really come and get to know Jesus Christ. That's the only way to get to God. That's the only way to get salvation. If you don't, you're done. Here, we teach you how to develop a relationship with Jesus. We teach you how to get to God through Jesus. So we always start on my shows with a song. Give everybody a chance to get into the room. So let's get it. Uh-oh. Double back.
Yeah, both there with one man. Right there. I think it's like that. Right. On the heart. You feel that. I got one question for you. I'm with it.
Ain't no night back here.
Are you born again? You never know when you will descend.
Thank you, no night back here.
Say it loud, say it proud. I'm born again. Amen. Hey, are you born again? Are you ready for my psyche to the simple of life? Are you on the page that Jesus gave you by faith, not so by action? When you mean a sex, not by action, religion, not what rituals are out of habit. God is offering you a brand new check out, giving you a second chance. That's why Jesus died. For crucified everybody around you, so I said you don't want to come up with the God again and can receive the gift of the Holy Spirit. And go to the desire with your flesh. You can hear it, you can feel it. Don't be foolish unless you feel it. You can't do anything that God can't fix and God can't heal. Don't turn your back on this one. Somebody time to live. If this man thinks to the sin, but God will forgive. If you're born again, amen, amen. Are you born again? You don't know what you do. You don't know what time you say. Say it loud, say it proud. I'm born again. I'm born again. Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. Here we go. I get born again. While you are slave to sin, and my papa wants to change the way. If you want the same like you want to sin, when you know you take a step on why I get my power from a you say God is not listening to where he gets dirty and comes to church. What do you think you're playing this song? I think it is people that fool everywhere else. The devil is everything God understands and you believe he'll offer his hand. And after you get the results you need for the living one. Don't be deceived by this song. He's a liar. He will say your desire to you in the lake of fire, broken in hell. He doesn't know the Lord is for. So there's a heavy boy and girl. Get close to God. Pray every day and then Jesus help you change your way. See, I believe. Amen. That's how I know. I'm born again.
And I'm asking you.
I can never start to have. I'm going to say devil because God grabs.
Remember job? Or Job? You want to be a sinner or you want to be a winner? I'm asking the question. Are you born again? Do you know when Jesus walked the sin on the white cloud you say it loud, say it proud. I'm born again. I'm born again. You want to be a sinner or a winner? I'm asking the question. Are you born again? You never know when Jesus walked the sin on a white cloud if you say it loud, say it proud. I'm born again. I'm born again. Can I give a shout out to God? You know, to Jesus. You know we can't forget the Holy Spirit. Come on. Come on home and sit at God's throne. Or rot in hell with the devil. That's your choice. Are you born again? You never know when Jesus was the sin on the white cloud. If you say it loud, say it proud. I'm born again. I'm born again. You want to be a sinner or you want to be a winner? You want to be a sinner or you want to be a winner? You'll be all right. When I wrote that song years ago, I mean years. The same thing, but are you born again? Sounds simple, and it is. To be born again, it's just simply you releasing. I start over. Be born again. All right, no name by case. Do the best you can, dear. But that's not the topic of today. Here in this series, we actually are going to go through the Bible from beginning to end. Because a lot of people will tell you, you haven't read the whole Bible. There's something. So, we're going to go through. And unlike most other people, I do my homework. Everything else around me is not working, but I am. Our Bible is not here, but the tie came. I'm very happy. Both the phones overheated for no reason at all and wouldn't charge. I had to put them in the freezer. We're still here. We're here late, but we're still here. And both phones I got two different LG phones. One's a Metro PCS and one's a T-Mobile. Both of them got security updates today, which held us up. Are those updates going to block the way that I come to you? Time will tell. But right now, we're here. Hey, no problem, Liz. The topic today is toxic relationships. Why do you stay in them? How can you leave them? What support do you need to leave? And how will you cope afterwards? We're going to touch on that subject. Because even though this was brought to me as a relationship between a man and a woman, there are other relationships. And we're going to cover them all. Because you got relationships between a couple. You got relationship between family members. You got relationship between your friends or your peers or your co-workers. You got relationships with people online. So we're covering all of this today. Because there are a lot of people that are in a relationship because other people keep pushing them into it. Come on. I know you're not happy, but they got money. Come on. You got to do it for us so we can get some of that money. Just bear with them. It ain't that bad. They're just as toxic as being in an abusive relationship. The abusive relationship, at least you know the abuse is going to happen. It's going to stop. Other kind of toxic relationships, it don't stop. If you've been trolled online, every time you come online, that person is going to see you. They're going to pick with you. You got a problem with somebody at work. Every time you go to work, you don't know when that person is going to come and make your day lousy. A family member could pop up at any time and come kill your whole mood. But how do we deal with this? A lot of people will tell you, just don't deal with them. It's not always that easy. It's not always that easy. But the number one thing you must do is accept. Accept why you have to end the relationship. Whether it's personal, whether it's a family member, you need distance from that person. You don't want to do. Because you know you don't want to do it. Circumstances get in the way. Let's take relationship. There are some people who you and I would look at and say, oh my goodness, you are absolutely beautiful. You are so gorgeous. And they'll look at us like we crazy. No, I'm not. I'm ugly. What? But see, we don't know, as somebody just passing by, we don't know what she's been told. Maybe in her family, all the women are beautiful. And maybe she's considered the ugly duckling. So even though we look and we see beauty, the people she grew up with might see her as average. When she was young and going to school, her sisters might have been getting everybody's attention and she wasn't getting it. So even though this person may look good, in their mind, they don't. And they're willing to accept anybody who comes by and tells them that they do. If you go online right now, look and see how many women are live. And all they do is do this in front of the camera. They need thirsty young men to tell them that they look good. And I ask you ladies to ask yourself, do you do that? Do you need that? Are you with somebody just because they told you you were beautiful? Is that the basis of your whole relationship? They might abuse you. They might take all your money. They might try to use y'all kids against you. They might be in good with your family and use family members to come by. I don't know why you give him a hard time. He's a good dude. Why are you letting this relationship continue? Because only you can stop it. So why do you let it continue? Do you feel that you can't do better? Now, I can speak on this topic because I've gone through it. I've been in relationships where the woman was absolutely gorgeous. And everybody kept telling me, oh, bro, Derrick, I don't know how you got her. How do you keep her? What do? You robbing banks? How are you keeping her happy? As a young man, I enjoyed that attention. So are some of you ladies, because see, it worked for ladies too. Y'all got the dude in the neighborhood that got the swag. The one that's supposed to be the toughest or the most ruggedest. And y'all use the escape. Well, he make me feel safe. I feel so safe with him. Nobody's going to say or do nothing to me because they know I'm with him. But when this man start putting his hands on you, how safe do you feel? Because I'd rather be with somebody that can't defend me, but at least ain't putting their hands on me. Can I get an amen? But everybody's scared of him in the neighborhood, and we get such respect when we go out, and when we go in the convenience store, everybody get out the way. You worried about what other people think when y'all come in as a couple. Where are those people when he beating you in your head at night? Oh, I just love the drug money, and we just get so many nice things. And when a rival drug dealer comes by and shoots at y'all, are those nice things gonna keep them bullets from hitting you? Do y'all understand what I'm saying to you? There are a lot of women that are heavyset, or they might be plain Jane. You know what a plain Jane is? It's a woman that's not ugly, but she's not sexy neither. She's just in the middle. I think plain Janes make the perfect wife, personally, because the hooligans ain't trying to get her. You can take her somewhere and not get into a fight. Oh, I look better than him. I'm going to take his woman. I'm going to beat him up and take his woman. Why don't women know their value? But more importantly, why do you sell yourself short? I don't care how handsome a dude is. I don't care how much money he has. If the dude has 5 baby mamas, what make you think you ain't gonna be number 6? Just asking a question. If you know there's a dude that has a bunch of kids by different women, why do you want to be with this dude? But he's so nice. He's so good in the bed. He's so nice looking. You'll sell yourself short. You'll sell yourself out to be baby mama number 6. The dude has shown you through his actions that he's not a good father, that he's not a good mate. Why are you attracted to him? I'm asking the real hard questions here. Well, you know, his track record is terrible, but he got a Mercedes, and he got a nice condo, and he be letting me get my hair and my nails done. So basically, you will sell yourself out for a couple things. I challenge every woman and every man listening to this show right now and who will listen. I challenge you over the next month, date people that you would never date. As an experiment. Date people that you would never date. If you're a dude and you only date ghetto chicks, if you're a woman and you only date thugs, Try dating a nice guy. Just try it. You'd be surprised. Let me check my chat real quick. Liz says I'm buffering a little bit. And then she said, mine's too, Liz. She said, thank you for doing the sermon, BD. Naya said, hey, Liz. Naya says, prayers, Liz. I hope this helped. And then she said, yes, prayers sent up. Naya says, I know the feeling, NNC. I purchased 5 chargers in the last 3 months. And then she said, mine will be here Tuesday, the 3rd one. Liz said, thank you, ladies. I'm going to share this with her. And then she said, amen. Naya said, you're welcome, Liz. And then she said, sometimes just the thought of starting over will keep you down. Yes, it will. That's why we have things that you need to do to ensure that. You need support. But you need support from 1 or 2 close people. People, and I've said this a lot of athletes don't have the people they need in their entourage. But everybody needs an entourage. And you need 1 or 2 good people that's going to tell you the truth no matter what. Even if you threaten to cut them off, they're going to tell you the truth. And that's the kind of people you need around you. You don't need yes men and yes women. You need people that's going to tell you the truth. That's going to help you make good decisions. There are a lot of celebrities that get in trouble. They don't have an entourage. Celebrities should never carry a gun. That's what an entourage is for. Celebrities should never be out there looking for any kind of marijuana or anything. That's what the entourage is for. You got to have people that's going to tell you, sit down. You're not going out no 3 in the morning. What are you going outside 3 in the morning for? Ain't nothing out there but derelicts and the police. What are you going out there for? There ain't nothing you need that one of us can't get for you. If you want to see somebody, we'll go get them. There's no need for you to go out there. The same thing. If you are in a toxic relationship and you're trying to make a break, why would you go to the same club that person go to or the same bar that person go to? Well, I'm going to prove and I'm going to show them that I don't need them. No, you're proving that you do need them. And you need them to see you. Which means, to them, they can get you back. Naya says, hands can be emotional or mental, not always physical. And see, and yes, words hurt worse. Liz says mental abuse. It is, he said, amen, Davey. Yeah, Naya said, laugh out loud. Davey approved this message. Oh, that's my cat, y'all. Liz said, laugh out loud. Y'all make some great points in the chat. And see, physical abuse is worse than physical. Physical wounds heal and can be forgotten about. But words don't leave. I mentioned earlier, you could have a child brought up in a family of very handsome brothers, or well, it could be sisters, beautiful sisters, just beautiful. And they might be, because they got the same hormones and the same, genes, they beautiful too, but they not as beautiful. And their siblings could make them feel bad about themselves with words. Their parents, I don't understand why you not as pretty as the other two, but yeah, you ain't pretty as the other two. What does that do to the psyche of that child? When that child starts to go to school, and the other two siblings get attention. And some of the smart Alex go, yeah, what happened to you? Your sisters are absolutely gorgeous, and you just, what happened to you? You look a mess. Does that mess with the psyche of that child? When they bring their boyfriends home, and the boyfriends keep looking and keep trying to talk to the other two sisters, what does that do to the psyche of that child? Does that make them desperate to have a person of their own that's not going to go run after the other two? Will they put up with somebody that's not good for them because they don't pay the other sisters any mind? Hold on a second, y'all. I hear the water running, but I don't see it. No. All right. The water was running. Hot water too. Sorry about that, y'all. Like I was saying, does that mess with the psyche of a person? How many times have you seen a nice looking person with somebody that's not nice looking? And you say, well, how? How did they get that person? You really want to know. How did they get that person? You know how they got them? They wasn't sure of themselves. That's how they got him. Sorry, y'all. Just slipped off the noose of the tie. I don't know how that happened. See if I can put this back in. Okay. Sorry about that. How does that happen, y'all? It happens that this person was lucky enough to catch this person at the right time when they felt their lowest, and they came in and made them feel special. And later on down the road, they're not realizing this person really doesn't care about them. They just know they can say a few words or have a certain tone or have a certain look, and you get afraid they're going to leave. And they can do whatever they want to do. Take your money, cheat on you, hit you upside the head. All they got to do is do whatever that is that sets you off, that sets you in cling mode. No, don't leave. No, don't leave me. No. But here's a question. If they threaten to leave, why you don't let them leave? If the relationship is toxic and they threaten to leave, why you don't let them leave? And if they do leave, why do you go back and get them? Seriously. Do you let family members? Well, you know, for the sake of the kids, you've got to stay there. Well, you know, not many men come see you. You know, many people are in different situations, and you can't judge from the outside unless you see the inside. This person could be scared to death. Hold on a sec, y'all. Somebody sent me a link. All right, let me share it. Didn't pop up this time. Okay. There it is. And save. Okay. All right. Now it's in the computer. We can go look at it later on. Let's get back. You need to accept why you have to leave. Leaving is not easy. Some people not used to being alone. Some people have been living with somebody their whole life. If you have kids, it's a little easier because you'll have them there. So you'll have somebody there. But there are a lot of people that have never lived alone. They don't know how to be alone. And that's a reason for them to stay. Another reason is you got people that have been told, you can't get nobody, you can't keep nobody, you can't keep a man. And they'll let somebody hang around just so they can say, hey, I got a man. Y'all women sitting here talking about getting a man, I got one. And he's at home right now playing the video game. But he's there. I got a man and you don't. My answer to that is, you got a man sitting at home, but is he husband material? When will you be able to proudly say, I have a husband? Would you marry the man that you bragging about having? Or do you just have him so you got something to say? I ask you again. Are you just with him so you can say you got somebody? But what have you got? Have you got somebody you want to spend the rest of your life with? You got somebody who you want to raise kids with. You got somebody who you could see could improve your life. And when I say improve, I don't mean make it easier by having money. I don't mean make it easier. Well, he belongs to a prominent family, and we'll be able to get things because he belongs to a prominent family. Is that worth you being miserable? Seriously. Is money worth being miserable? For men and women. You can go earn your own money. Or make wiser decisions on the money you do have. Why do you have to have excess? I'd rather be happy. Because money is not going to make you feel better about yourself. You might feel special when you got the gold credit card and you Saks on Fifth Ave and you Beverly Hills and you spending your money and you in Nordstrom's or Macy's and you go ahead and charge it and you feel special and you feel like the person. I used to feel special when I used to go to the restaurant and used to leave $30 and $40 tips for the waitress. You used to tip the maitre d', used to tip the valet parking. But after you leave, what do you have? Well, you got less money than you had when you went in. But what do you have? Because that's not enough. Because then you got to come and brag about it. Yeah, you know, I was at the restaurant, you got to go brag to other people. If you got to keep going, and then you got to go back again so you can do it again, so you can brag again. It's not fulfilling. Because you should be able to do it one time, and it should last you a long time. You shouldn't have to keep doing it. If you had to keep doing something over and over and over and over and over again, it's covering a hole. It's patching a hole that's in you. You got an issue. Something's bothering you, and you need to feel You need somebody to make you feel special. To that person, I say, come to Jesus. Let him go to work inside. Let him fix what's wrong. Because there's something wrong. If you're more worried about what other people think than your own happiness, there's something wrong. Well, we got a family image to upkeep. The people you worrying about impressing really ain't thinking about you. The image you trying to keep up, most people ain't thinking about you. Why do you worry about it so much? See, the first step is acceptance. You got to accept that there's something wrong with you. And some would say, go see a psychiatrist. I got a better option. Get Jesus. Doesn't cost anything. That's not a reason for you. Well, I can't afford a psychiatrist. You don't need a psychiatrist. Get to know Jesus. Let him in your heart and in your mind. Let him go to work inside of you. He'll fix you. And you'll never be alone because you got Jesus. And when people see the new you, it's going to attract a different kind of person to you. People that are more healthy. People that's not going to try to hold you down. People that's not afraid to see you go over them, go past them. Liz said, I don't think having a child will make it easier for them to leave. No, it actually complicates it. But you got a decision to make. Is it good for the child if they don't see two healthy parents? Is having a half-dead in the house healthy for the children? Because you're teaching your young girls to accept losers. And you're teaching your sons that it's okay to be a loser. All I got to do is find a woman like mama. I can beat her, cheat on her, not work, and hang around. So when people say stay together for the children, that's not always the best option. Because you want to see a mother and father in the same household, but if they're not productive, if they're not working together to bring up nice, healthy children, why should they stay together? All they're going to do is bring up more warped children to come out, have children of their own, and repeat the same step. And generation after generation after generation will repeat the same step. Somebody got to break the cycle. Somebody got to break the change. And I made the challenge earlier. To those of you who are attracted to these people who you know are toxic for you, try something different. Try to date somebody different. Just take 1 month and just date somebody different. Come back to this show in 1 month and tell me what your results are. Because there's somebody who's counseled and mentored people. I keep hearing the same old thing. Yeah, it was okay, but I'm used to being bossed around. I had a real strict father, and I'm used to being bossed around. I didn't like when we went in the restaurant and the people didn't know who we was, and they, they made us sit at the back, and and the other guys, everybody know them and they scared of them, and so we get the best seats. We go to the carry out. All the people, how you doing? They give us top-notch service. When I'm with somebody else, that's an excuse for you to be miserable for the rest of your life. Because some people you don't know might give you top billing at a restaurant. The bouncer at the club might just let you in because of who you is. That's something for a child, 19 or 20, to get excited about. Not a grown woman or grown man. That's something when you're young. But as you get older and you realize your looks are going to fade, you might put on some weight, you might get some gray hairs. It's time for you to start looking around. Who can I build a life with? Not what's good right now, but 20 years down the road, will that person still be here? Will that person still be a positive influence in my life? Will we be able to come together and raise healthy, beautiful children? Or are we going to continue to cycle? When do you start to value yourself? You're worth more than a Bile of Moet. You're worth more than a Cadillac Escalade. You're worth more than a bundle of weave. But if your expectations are that low that you settle for that because somebody can buy you something that you really don't need, you're willing to settle. How you doing, Tony? Now, I want to stick on acceptance because can't nobody make you leave this relationship. You have to accept your responsibility in it. And that's what I've been trying to bring up. What's your responsibility? Don't tell me, he gonna shot my hand. No. Why are you allowing it? Why are you still there? Why are you exposing your children to this behavior? I'm asking you why. This ain't one of them groups where you come in and you blame somebody else. No, I'm asking you. Why are you staying? If a person won't do right, why are you staying? You said we lost a viewer. If somebody has an issue, this is a forum. They can ask in the chat. If somebody want to call in, they can call in. Because to be honest with you, I'm ticking off a lot of people that might watch this. Because they are the Pookie and Ray Rays. They are the Pookie and Ray Rays. Call in. Type in the chat. We'd be glad to hear from you. We don't run here. If you got a logical question, we'll give you a logical answer. If you got a dumb question, we'll just ignore you. So, number one thing I want to teach y'all was acceptance. You got to accept your responsibility. Without your help, this can't go on. You have to help it go on. Why are you not stopping the toxic relationship? Whether it be with a spouse, whether it be with a family member. Because let's be honest, I've heard my own grandmother tell her daughters, you can't bring home a decent man to save your life. And they kept going out here and trying to find somebody who my grandmother would accept, but they always wound up with the half-deads. Are y'all listening to what I'm saying? You say that now I'm officially ordained, I should start having confession Saturdays to clear people conscious. You know what, Tony? That's not a bad idea. Somebody write that down. That's not a bad idea. Saturday confession. Now you said, Tony, let's start off with you. That's not a bad idea, though. But you can come and you won't be judged. Now, we dealt with acceptance. Why do you accept it? Number two is, ask yourself an honest question. Why do you accept this behavior from this other person? And why are these people attracted to you? Tony said, no, Naya, for my heart and mind are clean of sin. I need you to ask yourself, honestly, why are you in this relationship? Why do you let it go on? What are you doing that's attracting these people who are not good for you? What are you doing wrong? What are you looking for? If you watch me, I'll hit a point and then I'll come back to it several times to make sure you get it. Because I asked this in a different way about 20 minutes ago, and I'm asking it again. Take an honest look at yourself. What are you lacking that you think that this person fulfills? Even though you're not happy, they are fulfilling something, a void that you have. What is that void? A lot of people were saying that was you, Tony. But seriously, ask yourself and ask those that are close to you, what do they think? Why is it that you keep seeking out these type of people that are toxic for you? Why do you go out of your way? When your people tell you, no, you don't want to mess with him. No, he ain't no good. Don't mess with her. She's a floozy. Yet you still go get it. Ask yourself why. Ask those around you trust why. I still say the number one answer. Get Jesus in your life. When you let him in and he activates your spirit, your mate ain't even gonna want to be around you. They're not gonna like the new you. That's confident, that's powerful, that's glowing. They need to keep you down. And when you rise up, a couple things are gonna happen. They're gonna leave you, or they're gonna try to beat Jesus out of you. Because they want the person they can push around. They want the person that they can trick and maneuver and guilt into doing things to let them get over. When you stop being that person, you're going to find out real quick. They're going to either respond with violence. If we freeze, don't worry about it, y'all. I'm going to restart the radio. And let me log in so I can keep an eye on it. Because of this format, I can keep the chat up. That's why I haven't needed the phone. Let's put the volume down. All right, it looks good. It looks good. Yeah, please don't mention that. Y'all know we got flagged on the master channel, the original one, for showing I was actually showing proof of the championship and we got flagged. I appealed it and explained why we were showing it. They don't care. What can you do? What can you do? Now, this is something that was touched on in the chat. Number 3. What are the consequences of leaving? What are the consequences for you to leave? Child issues, friends, pets. There is an issue if you leave. Well, what about the children? If you leave, what about the children? If y'all have any together? Well, I touched on that earlier, and I'll retouch it. If you're in a healthy environment, but it's not healthy, it's toxic, why would the children benefit from you not being happy? You think they don't see it? They see it. And they think that's what they're supposed to do. That old do what I say, not as I do, does not work. You're going to teach your children to put up with the foolishness that you put up with. And years down the road, you're going to be trying to tell them, well, you know, just put up with it. How did that help your children? Like I'm wearing a name tag. Where you see a name tag at? What are you talking about? The polo symbol? I mean, I'm looking at myself. I don't see a name tag. What are you? What are y'all talking about? You say it's the picture at the bottom. Now, see, I can't. Hold on a sec. Let me look on the phone. Wait a minute. Oh, so any other time you auto rotate. When we out doing the live, I can't talk to y'all without this thing auto rotating. You talking about the branding? Oh yeah, we never changed the branding picture. Hold on, y'all. Can we take a time out for 1 second? Hold on, take a minute. I think you go to channel and branding. There you go. You go to branding and go to update. I totally forgot. And you're going to take all day, ain't you? Wait a minute. Maybe I'm not hitting the right one. Okay, hit remove. See, this is how we learn. Here we go. This is how you learn. Upload. Choose a file. I don't know if y'all can see this. I'm looking for either one of the logos because we got the banner. I guess we should go with the banner. Okay, that's not what I want though. I could take that. We could just take that. I don't know why it's taking so long to find it. We can take one of them too. They'll work. But why am I not seeing the specific one I'm looking for? That's it right there. But there ain't no words in it. I want the words in it. I don't have to have the words in it. Hold on a sec. Go to pictures, screenshots, scroll to the bottom. Yeah, y'all see I have an extensive library. All right. We can go with that one or this one. Which one should we go with? My mother told me to pick you. And so I'm going to pick you. Oh, it's too big. Okay. Okay, let me see here. That's a 16 by 9. So what was this? This was a 16 by 9. So 16 by 9 is too big. I could make it smaller. Yep. Okay, not a problem. Let's go back. Pick the one you want. I like both of them. We'll go with this one. So take this screenshot and go to edit. And so it's 16 by 900. Let's change that and make it 600. And it kept the ratio, so 600 by 337, okay. Y'all see how it's smaller? Now, it looks good too. Told you, when you make something smaller, it look better. When you make it bigger, it look worse. PNG picture, and what we gonna call this? We'll call this the religious brand. Religious brand pick. There you go. And save. Any transparency? See, you lose transparency every time you do this. That's why I say when people try to copy our photos. Now, what would y'all say if I told you I didn't look where we saved it to? I think it's in YouTube copyright. So now I called it religious. So it should be in the R's. Okay, that's the ends. There it is. Religious brand pick. All right. Now. It's still too big. Maximum file size is 1 megabyte. Okay, so how big was that? What was that? How big was that? How big is that? It's only 400 gigabytes. What are you? Did they lying? They are lying. Well, why we can't keep that picture? No, you lying, bro. Let me try it again. You said 1 megabyte. It's only 500 something gigabyte. Choose file. And let's try it again. Where did we say it? Oops. You holding my show up, man. All right. Let's try it again. We're using a PNG. It's saying maximum file 1 megabyte. I know I'm crazy, but let's not get mad. Now y'all see it, 408 gigabyte. So it's well under, but I'm not gonna cry about it. We're not gonna cry about it. Let's go back and edit it again. Go to resize. And let's do 300. And I'm not going to maintain that aspect ratio. Let's do 300 by 150. That's really going to be small. All right. Man, that's small. All right, let's go in. As a PNG. Religious brand pick final. So we'll change it to final. Okay. Save. Any transparency will be lost. So now we lost even more transparency on the picture. All right. Now where is it? Final. There it is. Now what's the size? 107 gigabyte. Are you cheating now? Let's try it again. Maybe I had to do that, what I just did. Let's try it again. So I actually could have used the bigger one, but that's okay. All right. Update. Choose the start time for the entire video and update. And there you go. Can y'all see that on your screen? Oh, y'all can't see nothing. I'm sorry. Oh, y'all can't see anything. My bad, y'all. I forgot to take down the animation. I forgot to take down the anime. Come on. Let us out. All right. All right, y'all. I'm sorry about that, y'all. Now, y'all had to realize the animation was up, which means I couldn't see. Y'all couldn't see what I was doing, but y'all see the new picture there. And I can see it right here. It looks good. Now the phone ain't updated yet. So let's I don't see it being shown. I'm going to back out and come back in. How we got 2 thumbs down? How could you thumbs down something religious? Boy, these trolls are ridiculous. All right, do a total refresh on the page. And there I am. All right. And let's turn it around. And it's still showing the old one on the phone. Well, it might not update until the next episode. So this is what it's going to look like. Amen. It is. Press the screen. Isn't that beautiful? Y'all can say what y'all want to say. Y'all can't tell me. I can't pick out nothing beautiful. Hey, what's going on, Ricky Bobby? Let me put a chat up here so I can see it. He said it's the picture that's on the screen. Well, if y'all look on y'all screen now, wait a minute. That's the picture that I put up. And it looks good. But I do see one thing that's a problem. Give me 1 second, y'all. We'll continue on. Give me 1 second. Let me play something else here real quick. Where is everything I do? Yeah. Give me a second, y'all. I'm going to see if I can fix this. This daggone tie.
other cheek. But retaliation is not for the me. So I back down on one thing. I wear a crown, never wear a crown. And God's man just thank Jesus for taking my place. On the cross, I can't tell him to take you for the pain and loss and suffering. But I can spread the gospel to others who don't know, who are afraid to show that they feel the world. When I reach to let the knowledge unfurl, so they can receive these blessings. So many people go through like together. Am I saved? I think so.
Well, help me let them grow.
Let me give the word to save that soul.
Make me bold like St. Paul. I don't want to save one. I want to save them all. But everything I do for you. Lord, everything I do for you. I only live to praise your name. Everything I do, Lord, everything I do for you.
All that I who haven't heard, I hear your call. Don't let me fall into the trap. I'm feeding my flesh and let me come to my head and be blessed. And may the sin of this world have no power. Just let the spirit shower me every hour so I can stay faithful. Ain't no cool words. Escape my lips. Lord, you are the food of my ship. Everything that I do for you.
Everything I do for you. Everything I do. And know this, God, everything I do for you. Well, that wasn't nice. The phone company cut us off for a second, as usual. I can't wait for the ninth to get here. Oops, doggone it. Oh, Lord. Crap out of here. All right, let's get to it. That's a damn shame. Hopefully they come back. All right, y'all. The phone company, I ain't gonna say nothing. Just let them do what they gotta do. You know something, y'all? I'm really thinking about not continuing with this company. I'm thinking about not continuing at all with this company. Hold on, y'all. I went and got a paper clip. We're gonna have to get we're gonna have to order a clip tie so that the tie don't go flying all around. And I don't know what this is, but it won't go away. I keep tucking it and it keeps popping back out. Okay. Let me pull the OBS up so I can see how I look. All right. There we go. We look acceptable. Let's pull the chat back up. Since we got cut off and came back on, can y'all see the picture now? That could be one good thing. You gotta take the bad things into consideration. Now it's not alternating. The screen won't alternate. Yeah, it's showing up now. So let's take the bad with the good. Let's take the bad with the good. All right? Let's take the bad with the good. See? It was annoying that happened. But guess what? Now y'all get to see the new picture. The good news is, what I realized in it, I was showing my vast library. I was showing my vast library of people. Now, we're going to switch phones. I'm waiting for this to get up. And it is. We're going to switch phones, y'all. Because, even though this phone is better than that phone, in my opinion, this is our old line. This is the new line. We've used the old line more than we use the new line. And I think that's why the shows work better when we're on the new line, because they already are sniping and throttling our usage on this line. This line is still new. It doesn't have a history of us draining and draining. It's only been around for a month. This will be the first month, actually. So we letting this boot up. We'll let No Girl boot up, and then we'll make the switch and we'll get back to the sermon. Sorry for the interruption. All right. Like I said, I might go back and edit this out. But see, I don't mind it, because it shows you, even if you don't have the best, that don't mean you can't put out a good product, even if you don't have the best. As long as you put the effort and time in, people should appreciate the fact that you're putting in effort and time. They shouldn't be worried about the fake and phony stuff. Now see, I hate about this phone. I'm hitting the button, it ain't doing nothing. Like it does what it want to do. It ain't responding to none of my swipes. It will not respond to any of my swipes. It's just sitting here doing what it want to do. Now I know you heard it. And the reason why, it was more worried about sending me Naya's post all late and let me know that I'm live, instead of doing what I told her to do. All right, we on band 4. We don't want band 4. We want band 2 or 12, and we'll keep going until we get it. Now y'all can see the cell radius is off. See that? It's off. So now we go to airplane mode and we install it. And you see, they put us right back on band 4. We don't want band 4. Band 4 is the most common and most congested band. Why we want to use it? Even though it's only doing 70 something, but 20 minutes from now, it could be at 80 or 90. You don't want that band. But they trying to make us stay on it. All right. And y'all can see we on band 2. And we doing 73. So, we're going to disconnect and reconnect. That's a shame that we got 2 different cords for the same thing. All right. So we should be back. All right. Now y'all heard my voice, so y'all know I can hear myself. All right, we are back. We are back. All right. I apologize for that, y'all. Matter of fact, let me get rid of that chat. And let me get a fresh one. I was thinking about speaking of the chat, let me go ahead and paste in the new one. And y'all see it blink for a second. If we lucky, it don't do nothing. But let me see. Hello. All right, do y'all see hello? All right, Ricky Bobby just said something. Now y'all see it's still showing the old chat. So let's go in here and let's do a refresh. Let's do a refresh of the chat and see what pops up now. See advantage? Now it's back. And now let's type something to help it along. I'll type hello for the second time. All right. See that, y'all? You have things go wrong, but rather than get frustrated, rather than get mad, fix it. Something wanted to disrupt the sermon. Deal with it and move on. Don't get flustered. Don't get mad. Don't get taken out your game. That's how you win. Now we're going to get back. I got the pad over here. Give me 1 second. Oh, Lord. This is the sorriest, hang on a second. Remind me when we get off of here that we need to get. Just remind me when we get off of here, we need to go shopping. For tie clip. And y'all wouldn't believe how many I used to have, and I'm really embarrassed. I used to have so many tie clips, you wouldn't believe it. They're not expensive. But I used to have a lot of them. And I'm trying to clip this to the shirt with a paper clip. All right. But every time I get up, it comes loose. All the tie clip do, it keep the tie from, well, y'all know, it keep the tie from moving around. Most of y'all know it keep the tie from moving around. All right, let's get back to the sermon. All right, we seem to be stable. This phone does better than the other phone. But it won't work with the right cord. I don't get it. But don't worry about it. Number 3, we were asking, what are the consequences of you leaving this toxic relationship? Child issues, friends, pets, family, money, housing. You have to ask yourself, is your happiness more important than whether or not somebody can give you some money? Is your happiness more important than whether or not your mother or father or grandmother says, well, you know, it makes the family look good if you stay here. I understand you're getting beat in your head. I understand you're getting cheated on. I understand they abusing the children, it's not theirs. But God darn it, it looks better if you stay together. It looks better for the family. If that's your excuse for staying, shame on you. Why are you worried about with somebody else? You are there. They're not there. You're not happy, but they are. But they want you to be unhappy for them. Somebody answer that. They want you to be unhappy for them. Well, you know, if you don't stay with them, then his father is not going to let us keep working at the site. If you don't stay with him, we might actually have to pay for our parking. If you stay with him, no, that's their problem, not yours. If you're not happy, you shouldn't stay anywhere. There are a lot of people because marriages used to be arranged. Well, today is different. If you don't want to be with that person and you don't feel no connection, you don't see yourself. This is not 0 AD. This is 2019. Then you say, no, I'm not going to marry. Well, you don't know what it means for us if you marry them. I'm not doing it. Come on, don't nobody want to marry their ugly daughter and they loaded. Come on and make us rich. Marry that daggone mule. If you're not going to be happy, why are you going to do it? I don't know how long we've been on, Liz. I don't know how long we've been on, but with all the interruptions, you got to tack that time on. But I can speed this up. What are the consequences of leaving? Number 4, don't look for closure. Did you hear what I said? Don't look for closure. This is one of the tactics that the devil used to bring you back in. Don't look for closure. If you leave, leave. And don't go back. But I want to know why you just couldn't do what I asked you to do. I want to know, what did I do that was so bad for you to treat me like that? No. You leave, leave. Don't go back. But you deal with that. But don't bring them into it. Because that lets them know, I can get back. Yeah, she still want me. She miss me. So now, instead of you getting rid of that person is re-energized. Is now vigorously thinking they can come back and get you. And they'll go tell their friends, I told y'all. I got it like that. I told you. She wasn't going nowhere. She just needed a little break from all this. But she coming back. When you make a clean break, make it a clean break. If it's not involving the children, if it's not involving the pets that y'all might share, there should be no reason for y'all to talk. Should be no reason at all. Settle up before you leave. You taking this, I'm taking that. If you got anything in their name, give it back to them. They got anything in your name, you should get it back before you leave. That includes money, credit card, cards, whatever it is. Life insurance policies, whatever. Y'all need to divvy that up when you leave. That should be it. Or if they leave, you put them out, whichever one it is. Because some of you might have your name on everything. You might run everything. And remember, I don't know every state, but here in Maryland, if you ask a person to leave and they won't leave, and they've been living there for more than 30 days, especially if they get mail, you can't just throw them out. But you can go down to the courthouse and you can apply for an eviction. Come back from the courthouse and give them their notice of eviction. If they choose to stay the 30 days, you go get a hotel. Take the kids if you got them and go to grandma and grandpa's. Go to your aunt's house. Let them do the 30 days. Now go by the house once every day to make sure they don't take your stuff. Now don't be stupid now. Make sure you videotape everything you own. And make sure you got pictures and videotapes of how the house looked when you left. Because if they try to take everything and leave, you got proof of that. Call the police. Let them handle it. They'll definitely get you out there. You ain't got to worry about them. Change your phone numbers. Change all your social media accounts. Matter of fact, go underground. Make yourself a new account to chat with on YouTube or Instagram, wherever you're on your Twitter, whatever. All new accounts. Start from scratch. Never know, you might meet somebody. Start from scratch. Make it a clean break. You sit in the corner, get your little drink, get your smokes, whatever you do, go sit in the corner. Think about everything. Cry it out. Grieve. Get over it. So then you're not going to wonder about closure. You're going to be able to have somebody talk about them and you not get emotional. Get it out. Once you clean of that person, don't talk about them. Don't post on social media about them. A clean break means clean break. The only time that person should come up is if you see another person in that same situation. Or if your next relationship, you see it going down the same road. You tell that person, I'm not going there again. If this how you going to be, get it stepping. That should be the only time that person come up. Now, if you have children together, if despite the other things he does, he's a good father, you might have to set up visitation and you go drop the child off. How you doing? Get a child a hug and a kiss, get back in the car, go where you got to go. When it's time to pick them up, ask the child, you have a good time with your mother or your father? And say, thank you. Get in your car and go. There you go. Get in your car and go. There's no need for you to have a conversation. If you need to bring a police officer, or if you need to bring your big Uncle Steve as your enforcer, but it should be quick. Don't talk about the child. Don't talk to the child about the parent in a bad way. That's still there, Papa. That's still there, Mama. Mama. Just because you made a clean cut, they won't. Unless he was really low down. He really low down. They be like, it's about time. I thought you never was going to do it. God darn. But that very seldom happens. You have to really be bad for your children. But children overlook a lot of stuff. Children will overlook your weaknesses. They will. They'll overlook your weaknesses. But don't let the children be the reason why you stay in a relationship. No. Never. We sat there and we watched Medea go to a funeral. And the woman, the matriarch of the family, she held her tongue to the end of the movie. And she ran off to Las Vegas with some young man. Why did she have to wait all those years, being married to that man, knowing he was messing around? She said she did it for the kids. That's a lie. She did it for herself. Because even though the man was doing all that stuff, he had money. And they even showed you a clip of when she left him when they were sitting outside. And she went crawling back to him. She was a real woman. She'd have went and did her time in the shelter. the state would have gave them a place. They would have helped her go to school. Maybe at that school she could have met a man. If she don't, she get out of school, she get a job. Maybe she meet a man on the job. But she sold herself and her kids out for the mighty dollar. And you saw the relationships of the kids. Now, one of them had a good relationship. And why? They wasn't watching their parents have a good relationship. They don't know how to pick somebody. Because the mom showed them how to pick somebody wrong. And that's what they kept doing. And how many times do you see that when you see somebody and you go, man, how are they a couple? You go, how are they a couple? It's something inside of one of the couple's brains that allows them to accept things that you and I would say, oh, hell no, you ain't doing that. No. But they'll go, come on in. There are so many relationships that get strained when one person finds Jesus. They get strained. Because the other person is like, well, come on down here. You know, you're not going to gamble with us? Well, come on down here. You're not going to go to the club with us? Yeah. Well, come on. You're not going to get high with us? You're not going to want to do those things anymore. That causes a rift. How do you stay friends with people who dealing in the behavior you're trying to leave? How can you be friends with people that want to draw you back in? They see you more confident. They see you with fire. They see you going out and trying to do things. They see you happy. They see the light coming out of you. And they go, what's up with this fool? We got to hurry up and bring them down. Because that's what that voice in the back of your head going to tell you. And that's the devil. You got to bring him down. Look at him. Can't have that. He making you look bad. Out of all of y'all, look at him. He's trying to do things. We got to pull him down. Crabs in a barrel. Pull him down. You can't let him get out. We ain't trying to do nothing. But guess what? If he get out, he's going to show how lazy we are, how sorry we are, how lost we are. We got to bring him down. So when you make that leave, you got to make it. Not no way, I'm going to go back for it. No, it. When he said he was going to change, no, it. You got to make it permanent. And don't let no outside influences. Well, you know, he really do love you. You know, you just could put up with him. No, you can't. If you could put up with him, you wouldn't have left. If you could put up with her, you wouldn't have left. Stop worrying about being comfortable. Start worrying about being lazy. Because some of y'all are just too lazy. I could go out there and get me a woman anytime. But yet you still keep laying around with this one. When you know you don't want it. Well, you know, she here. I ain't got to go look, she right here. That's not good for you. That's not good for that woman. Because she need to find somebody that want her and want her. Not somebody that, you're here. You're here. Valentine's Day, I'll get you something. Here you go. Here go a box of candy. Don't eat it all at the same time. You're big enough as it is. But here you go. Here's a box of candy. You go watch the game. She upstairs on online media, and then you come upstairs. Oh, you want to fool around? If that's a relationship, I'm sorry. That's not a relationship. That's more like a partnership. I'm your partner. I'm too lazy to go find somebody better. You can't find nobody better. Let's just come together. Okay? We'll sleep in the same bed at night. There you go. Holidays, we're spending. But I'm going to go be with the boys. You go be with your girls. At the end of the day, we'll come together. If that's what you want, seriously, then go for it. But that's not what God intended for you. Your best friend should be your mate. It should not be somebody else. If you can't do ordinary things with your mate and y'all enjoy each other's company, why are you there? Why are you there? I used to watch shows when I was growing up. And I remember a Christmas movie that Richard Pryor made with Jackie Gleason. Jackie Gleason was so rich, his dining room table was huge. He would be way up at the top of it, and everybody would be in like the middle and toward the end. That's how distant he was from his own household, because everybody had their own area. I'd rather see you in a one-room shack where everybody getting along and is dealing with each other than see you in a big mansion where y'all don't even see each other. If somebody come to you and say, I just saw your brother at the nudie bar, you would have to say, really? He's doing that? But if you know him, my brother would never go to the nudie bar. If you're in a relationship where you don't even know what your mate do, all you know is that they come home at a certain time. And when they come home, hey, how you doing? And they go right and do something else, you in trouble. Now there are some people that come home from work and they want to, take the shoes off, put the slippers on, and they want to sit down, look at the paper or whatever, turn the sports on or whatever for an hour or so. And then they'll come, hey, how was your day? If that's not happening, then you in trouble. Because when a man come home, a man should come to the door and should greet you. And should ask you, how was your day? He should go check on his kids. Make sure they're doing their homework. These are things that he should do before he goes sit down. If he's not doing that, you're in trouble and don't know it. But he's not concerned about being a husband and a father. If he come home and go straight for the remote, you in trouble. You always in trouble because that TV is more important than you. That TV is more important than the kids. If he made him a little man cave and got all his buddies over there, and you don't even see him until it's time to go to bed, you in trouble. You are in trouble. He ain't got time for you until it's time to go to sleep. But there are a whole lot of women that sit there an hour before it's time to go to sleep, then they know you. When it's breakfast or dinner time, they know you. As soon as they get their plate in their hand, they gone. Going back to the TV. You in trouble. I remember a man said, if you are sitting there watching the game and a woman come in and bring you a plate, you got it good. No, you don't. If that woman come in there, give you a plate, give you a kiss and a hug, and sit next to you while you watching that game, then you got it good. If you're a female and you having your little bridge party, and your man comes and brings everybody something to eat and drink, and he sits down and asks y'all, "Oh, what y'all talking about?" You got it made. If you and your girls are downstairs having a bridge game and he don't come down at all, not even just to represent you, come in there, give you a kiss and hug, "Hey ladies, how you doing?" He don't even care enough to do that. Guess what? You in trouble. Because that person don't care about you. Even if he upstairs entertaining and you downstairs entertaining, or vice versa. If neither one of y'all go up and give a kiss and a hug, "I miss you," or "You having fun?" What y'all talking about? If that don't happen, you in trouble. Because you got two different entities supposed to be as one, but everything is separate. How can it last? That means anybody can come in between. Because y'all are separate. Y'all are not together. You're not unified. You're supposed to be as one. Even if you don't like football, ladies, or you don't like sports. You know what it means to your man when you'll sit down there and watch it with him? And at first, your questions might annoy him. But when he see that you're really trying to learn about it, watch and see how your relationship changes. You'll be surprised. Same thing go for the men. If your women had those book meetings, them Oprah book meetings, where they take a book every month and everybody read it and they break it down. If you actually, when she ain't looking, you go and get the book and read it. And then you come downstairs while she's having that meeting with them ladies. And you can talk about the book. You know how good that makes your woman look. You know how good that makes her feel. That you care about what she care about. Man, you're going to get some good loving tonight. But see, you got to put the effort out there. And if you don't care about the people, you're not going to put the effort out. If you're not getting that, you need to go. If you can't get something that simple, why are you there? Person doesn't care about you. If they cared about you, they will be into everything you into, even if they don't enjoy it. They would suffer themselves a little bit because what they get back is immense. You want to tell me that if you don't sit down there, you always complain. You always out with the guys. How come you and Jack always go to the game? You think he wouldn't like to take you, but you ain't interested. How many of you women would like to take your guys to the church functions, but they won't go? But if they did go, how much better would your life be? A lot. But number one, you know that they care about something that you care about, and they willing to take the time to spend with you. That means the world. And if you're not experiencing that, you're missing out. And you always in danger of being replaced by somebody else. Always. No matter how much money you got. No matter how you look. Somebody that can do those things can come right in there and take what you got. Just like that. Because that's what people are looking for. It's just hard to find. I'm looking for that. And one day I'll find it. But if I die trying, I'm fine. But I won't settle. And if you are in a relationship and you are settling, I ask you again, why? Why are you settling? If somebody asks you, what's the good tips about your mate? And you can only name 5, you in trouble. You should be able to go on and on and on and on and on. You can only come up with 5 or less? Well, yeah, he made good money. He bought me a car. You can only come up with stuff you can do yourself. You in trouble. But you can't be with yourself. Y'all might have missed that. Let me say it again. Let me say it again so y'all can understand it. You can't be with yourself. Can I say it again? You cannot be with yourself. And a lot of y'all are in a relationship, but you're in a relationship with yourself. Because the other person is just there. He's not with you or she's not with you. They just there. And usually on the other side of the house. That's not a relationship. That's a partnership. That's an extended friendship. If you can't name 10 good things about your mate when somebody asks you, you're in trouble. If you got to make up stuff, you're in trouble. Well, Joanna, why are you with him? Well, he's good in the bed, and he comes to me when I had to go to the family function so I can say I got a man, and he doesn't work, but when he's home, he's playing the video game, so at least I know where he is. And sometimes he comes in the bed after I'm already asleep. And sometimes he might wake me up for some loving, but I got a good man. No, you don't. No, you don't. You got a live-in booty call. That's what that is. A live-in booty call. And if that's your life right now, I pity you. If that's your life right now, make a change. Where do you start? I say it again. Start with Jesus. Let him into your life. Let him into your body. And you're not going to accept what you've been accepting. You're not going to keep doing the dumb things you've been doing. I already said this, but I'll say it again. Start dating the opposite of what you look for. This is so important. Social media. Not just social media, regular media. TV, magazines have brought you to think what you want. But in reality, that's what they want you to have. That's not what you want. If you see something you like and somebody tell you, no, you don't want that, tell them to shut up. That's what you want. Go get what you want. But let's tell the truth. If you want a woman or a man, do you want a real one or do you want a fake one? You want plastic surgeryed up, contact lens wearing, different colors, painted on eyebrows, half a ton of makeup on, wigs and extensions and weaves. It take them an hour just to do their face, Take them another hour to do their daggone hair. When you take them out, they look good. When you wake up the next morning, you go, what the hell is that? Who are you? Get out of my house. It's me, Chad. Well, go put that stuff on. Goddamn, what the hell? If that's what you living with, I pity you. You can't be happy. How can you be at a function and be afraid that somebody gonna walk by with a cigarette and set the daggone weed on fire? How can you be afraid that somebody gonna say, nice woman you got, and go, what the hell is that in my hand? How can you go through life being afraid to be asked to a pool party because she'll never get in the daggone water? Be asked to go out to the beach. I'm having a beach party. Come on, bring the wife. She ain't coming. She ain't coming because she, that salt water is going to be hell on that weave. That salt water going to wash away all that makeup. They not going to come. Somebody tell me your line. Why would you want to settle for something fake? If you want the real thing, then go get it. Don't let the media tell you, well, it's just as good. If you want a woman that can grow a full head of hair, then that's what you should go for. Seriously. Why would you want to accept something fake? If you want a woman that got a flat board stomach, why would you date a woman with a pot belly to wear a bodysuit? Well, everybody else don't know she got a pot belly because she got the bodysuit on. What happens when she can't wear the bodysuit? What happens when the bodysuit rip? And you got someplace to go. Everybody gonna be like, I thought your woman was in shape. She pregnant? Why would you want that worry in your head? You should go get what you want. And then you find out, you know what? This is what I thought I wanted, but this is what I like. And then that's what you go marry. What you like. Don't let nobody else tell you. But you should go with that. Well, I don't want that. Yeah, but I know better for you. You don't know nothing. I know better. And let me tell you, you should go with that. No, you go with what your heart tells you. And then you find out for yourself. That's why you date. You keep your legs closed and keep your penis in your damn drawers. And you date and you find out. Do I get along with this person? If y'all sitting on the sofa in the dark and nothing's on, no music playing, no TV, no anything, and y'all can still get there and have a good conversation and be fine, that's the one you marry. Y'all always got to be out somewhere, always got to be doing something, always got to be in the mix. That's not marriage material. That's blind date material. Why are you thinking them dating shows, they always go to someplace nice? If you got to always be someplace nice to have a good time, you're not in love with that person. You don't have enough in common with that person. If you just can't lay there and look up at the stars and just enjoy being in each other's company. When I was growing up, do you know what the dating spot was? A couple would sit on a park bench and one would lay in the lap of the other. Or one would have their head nestled under their armpit. That was a date. That was a date back then. Nowadays, you got to go here and go there and do this and do that. And you got to do that. That stuff was something you saved for the end of the month. You saved up for that and you went and you had a nice time. That wasn't something you did every day. If you got to do something like that every day, it's the thing you doing. It's not the person. Because anybody could be there. If you can't just sit in the dark. If the power go out. And y'all going around, oh, I'm so bored, I ain't nothing to do, I can't get on social media, I can't do nothing. If you can't sit there and cuddle with your mate and just talk to each other and just enjoy the time and wait for the power to come back on, I don't know what to tell you. Even if you're fortunate like me and you got 3 power banks, you should be able to plug up a TV or at least plug up some lights or plug up a radio and just sit there and enjoy each other company. And if you can't do that, well, I'm bored sitting here, you know, I didn't realize how boring you was because you never sat with them without no other stimuli. If you got to have other stimuli, other things going on for you to enjoy that person, you're not enjoying them. That's just a date. You're dating. And if they live with you, it's a living date. Or a booty call, however you want to call it. You should never marry a booty call. But some of y'all do. Y'all marry booty calls. I noticed the comments stopped. Why? Am I hitting it home with some people? How come the comments stopped? Am I going too deep? Or some of y'all looking at y'all mate and going, I want to make you say, Now you said laugh out loud. I was just asking. It got quiet in the chat. Or some of y'all looking over, yeah, John, The next thing I want to tell y'all is don't be afraid to ask for help, but make sure it's somebody you trust. Make sure it's somebody that you trust. Somebody that really is about you. Not with you because, when y'all go out, you pay for everything. Not somebody for when, y'all doing something, they always running. Somebody that'll be with you whether you got a penny in your pocket or whether you got $1,000 in your pocket. That's the people that you listen to. That they prove through the fact that they're willing to be with you in any situation. And you have to pick your friends like you pick your mate. Because if you with your friend, your so-called best friend, you should be able to talk to them without anything else going on. I enjoyed the conversation that we had last night. And the numbers went up when we were having it. When we were talking about the soap operas. It was something that everybody could relate to. And I didn't think that any men would actually come into, and a couple did. Most men won't admit that they watch soap operas because it's considered women's things, It's not masculine. And I call heat. But the soap operas was something that me and my mother could discuss. And a lot of the times, she was right about things that I wasn't. Like when people would die on the soap operas. She would show me in the soap opera digest. Like on All My Children, one woman had an accident on a what do you call them, jet skis? She had a jet ski accident, and that was my favorite character on the show. And My mother was like, she gonna die. I was like, no, she not. And we had a long 4-hour discussion. And then finally, she whipped out the soap opera digest and it said she's leaving the show. She's gonna die. She's not gonna get up out the hospital. I still wouldn't believe it. And we kept going back and forth. See, that was fun. And then guess what? She did die. And I had to eat them words. But my mother didn't rub it in. She could have rubbed it in. See, I told you, but she didn't. Instead, she just helped me. And she said, I know that was your favorite character. It'll be all right. So why should I be ashamed? There are many people who have never had moments like that with their mother. But the fact that we could sit and talk and we didn't need nothing else on, but we could sit and talk about the soap operas. And then that would lead to other things. What's going on in your life? She had just started back going to school. I was going to school. It would lead to other conversations. And this is what you should be doing with your friends and your mate. And if you cannot do that, you need to find some better friends and a better mate. Now, if I'm wrong, somebody come in the chat and tell me. Brother Derrick, you don't know what you're talking about. Come on in. I welcome it. This is an open forum. I don't know how many people watching, but I know we got 342 subs. Some friendly, some ain't. So where you at? Come in here and let's have a discussion. Now we said we wasn't gonna go over an hour and a half, but we did. So actually we had 2 hours. What? I feel like I just started. Anyway, let me give you these last two, and then we'll come back with a different topic. Make a daily journal of your progress. Once you leave, keep a daily journal of your progress so that you can see, are you better off without the person? Before you start looking for somebody new, you need to take time and see how you deal. It's okay to be alone. When you're alone, you don't have the other person to try to deter you from looking at yourself honestly and seeing, am I better off? Am I better off without this person? If you got kids, are your kids happier? That you're happier? Or are they going, I miss daddy or I miss mama? Or are they like, hey, I like it now. Keep a journal so that when the next time somebody comes along, and there will be somebody come along, you can look and see, this is what happens when I'm alone. And it shouldn't change when I'm with somebody. Can I say it again? If you look at your strengths when you're alone, they should not change. They should not get lesser when you meet somebody. If they get lesser, that person is not good for you. They should get greater. Notice the changes when you leave. Document them so that you can compare when you meet somebody else. Because if you have to become lesser and somebody else is greater, there's a problem. You should be equal. And if you're not equal, that ain't the person for you. And finally, if you do decide to leave, the most important thing you can do, and women and men, I know the men going to say, I'm not going to cry for nobody. You need to cry. You need to just shout, let it all out. You need to just get it out your system. Get that person out of your system. You need to get over them. You need to literally get over them. So that if you have to see them old feelings don't come back. You don't want them to seduce you back. You just broke away from them. You got to get them out your system. Let all of that go. Just you got to get through it. You can't do it unless you grieve. You got to act like it was a death. And that person is now dead to you. Now, these things that I've told y'all are true to the best of my knowledge. Talent is God-given, Holy Spirit driven. And while I say that, if you don't know Jesus, no time like the present, all you got to do is just say, I acknowledge you, Jesus Christ, you are my Savior. I recognize that you died for me and my sins so I can reach the next level. And the only way through God is to have a relationship with you. And I welcome that. Please enter me and fix what I cannot fix. And make me worthy to say I'm a child of God. Let your blood come in and soak up all my imperfections. Help me to not care about the destructive things in my life that I do care about right now. Come in and mold me into a better human being so that I can represent you and God the Father. Do this, and everything that I told you so far today will come true. Because you're not going to want to stay in that situation. You're not going to want to settle. You're going to want what Jesus wants for you. And who knows you better than the person that made you? Who knows you better than the person that can see inside your mind? Always seek his advice first. Ask him to come activate your Holy Spirit. Any big decisions you have to make, always ask yourself, what would Jesus do? And then ask your spirit to show me, what would Jesus like me to do? If you follow that and not follow that other voice, you'll do better in life no matter what you're doing. So anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions? Because this says we've been live for 2 hours and 18 minutes. We supposed to kept it to an hour and a half. I apologize for going over, but it's going to take a while. I'm used to just bringing fact after fact after fact. I need to start breaking it down. Anybody have any questions? Matter of fact, before we leave, let me see if our Bible has got here yet. Actually, I can look on the phone. No, we still live. I don't know why the phone stopped. Anyway, let me check. Is it delivered? No, I don't see nothing from Amazon. That's not good. It's 4 o'clock. Where's our package at? Come on, come on. Come on, we ain't got all night. It's still out for delivery. And it was out for delivery at 9:41 a.m. And it's 4:03. All right. What's coming today? The Bible, which for this sermon we didn't need. To be honest, it's more for look, for authenticity than it is. We really don't need it because we can just pull it up on the computer or pull it up on one of the phones. It's not that big an issue, but it just would have been a nice aesthetic to be standing there holding the Bible. But you know, you do what you can do. Like I said, as usual, they couldn't deliver. So alrighty, y'all. Give me 10 minutes and we'll come back and we'll start our series. We'll start with Genesis, the first book of the Bible, and we'll go through the whole Bible. And I think that that's a series. We should do a sermon and then actually start studying the Bible. We're going to go from front to back. So give me a few minutes. I'm going to restart everything. I'm going to set up a new show and we'll be right back. Thanks everybody who's watching. If you take nothing from this, get to know Jesus Christ. See y'all in a little bit. Give me 10 minutes, y'all. Thanks for watching, everybody.